I'm starting the recording.
Yeah.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, because we have our guests joining from different zones. So before I start, I would like to wish a happy Father's Day to one and all, and especially to Dr. Sandip Soparrkar, who is sitting right in front of us. So before we start, just give me a second. So once again, I wish all my viewers a very happy Father's Day to one and all. And you will soon know the reason why Dr. Sandip Soparrkar is here as a celebrity guest for Father's Day. My daddy is the best. तो जो बेस्ट था हमने उसके साथ क्या किया, माथे पे सुपर हीरो वाला टैग चिपका दिया. और सुपर हीरो तो कुछ भी कर सकता है. उससे थोड़े पूछते हैं कि आज मुश्किलों के कितने पर्वत पार किए, हमारी एक शर्ट सिलवाने के लिए अपने कितने कुर्ते तार तार किए. 1 सेकेंड. उससे थोड़े पूछते हैं कि हमारी जिदे पूरे करने के लिए कितने दिन ओवर टाइम करते हुए गुजार दिए, हमारे बचपन की एक मुस्कुराहट जीतने में अपनी जवानी के कितने बरस हाथ दिए. और वो बुखार वाली रातें हमारी फिक्र में सिर्फ माँ थोड़ी जागती थी, कच्ची नींद में तो सोते पापा भी थे, किसी की नजर नहीं गई पर रोते तो पापा भी थे. तो आज हम एक काम करेंगे, जिन आंखों को कभी गौर से देखा नहीं उन्हीं आंखों की इबारत पढ़ेंगे, जो धुन कभी गई ही नहीं आज उसी धुन पर झूमेंगे. रोटियां पकाने वाले हाथों को सलाम, लेकिन आज हम रोटियां कमाने वाले हाथ को चूमेंगे. With this, I introduce our today's guest, Dr. Sandip Soparrkar, who is a Bollywood celebrity choreographer, and whatever I speak, it's a very short introduction because jitna bolo kam hai. He is a very close friend of mine. So Dr. Sandip is an Indian Latin and ballroom dancer, Bollywood choreographer, actor, columnist, dance reality show judge, radio jockey, and a TEDx speaker, who holds a doctorate in world mythology folk from Pacifica Gratitude Institute, United States, and also an honorary doctorate in performing arts from the National American University, Okay. He has been honored with 3 National Excellence Awards and 1 National Achievement Award by the Government of India. And is also the recipient of Rabindranath Tagore Literary Prize for Social Achievement. And he is also the first dance choreographer to receive the Rabindranath Tagore Social Achievement Prizes and is much appreciated for Dance for a Cause initiative for his extraordinary work in the field of dance and social work. He is also a chairperson for Indian Fine Art Council and extensively promotes artists from all fields. He has been bestowed with the title of the World Peace Ambassador by the World Peacekeepers Movement, and he is the first Indian to be certified by the Ballroom Dance Training School, Bonn, Germany, and he has been honored by the national achievements. And with this, like he have had plethora of awards, be it national and international. If we start naming them, I think the time will be too short. So with this, I would like to hand it over to Sandip. Sandip, when I read your Wikipedia and I personally met you, there is a lot which has to be introduced and the world is not knowing. So definitely you can ask your guest to have a look at your Wikipedia, as well as whatever important part of your life I missed out. So before I would start, I would like to give it to you. So to introduce yourself in a much proper way, because a person can introduce himself a much better way than anybody else can. So over to you, Sandeep.
Well, thank you so much for having me on your show, Rachnaa ji. Just feels amazing to be on your chat show. And Rapid Talks with Rachnaa is has always been something very people looked forward to it, and now I'm on this as well, so it feels lovely. Thank you so much for having me. Well, अपने बारे में क्या बताना है? Just I'm a choreographer, I'm a father, and I do everything possible in my right or my capacity to do whatever I can to promote dancing. And I think that's what my life has always been, around dance. Dance के चारों तरफ जो भी होता है, जैसा भी होता है, I'm always there. And yes, I am a father, and I'm a single father, and it's been a beautiful journey because dance and parenthood together is a wonderful combination.
So Sandeep, in our last informal conversation, and rightly also you mentioned that you're a single father, father of 3 kids. So I would like to know how was the journey as a single father?
Well, journey, I think has been the same, I would say, compared to anybody else. You always have your fears, we have our joys, we have our tears, and no, I don't think anybody can be a perfect parent. We all have to learn. हर कोई सीखता है, अपने हर बच्चा अलग होता है, और हर बच्चे से हम अलग अलग चीजें सीखते हैं, और उसके बाद में उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं, दूसरा जब आता है तो वो बात बदल जाती है. So I think it's just we all learn through parenting, we all learn, and I don't think anybody should be perfect, and I don't think anybody can be perfect, because हर बच्चा अलग होता है, और उसके हर बच्चे की अलग खूबसूरती होती है, और उसे समझना, जानना, और उसको आगे बढ़ाना, and allow them to do what they want to do. I think that's what is important.
So, Sandeep, like usually, what appealed me to invite you here is like when we talk about single parent, whether it be a mother or a dad. Usually, when a single female comes, she always comes with a tagline: "I am a single mom. I am a single mom, working mom with kids." Which we have not heard at least in my life, I have never heard anybody saying that I'm a single dad managing 3 kids, work balance, everything. So how do you balance your work with your kids?
Just the way any other woman manages with her kids. What is so special about it? जिस तरह से सिंगल लेडी मैनेज कर सकती है, उस तरह सिंगल मैन भी मैनेज करता है ना. बात तो है कि हम लोग डिवाइड करते हैं कि भाई ये आदमी काम है, ये औरत का काम है. आई थिंक हर काम हर कोई कर सकता है अगर उसको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले करने की. कहते हैं ना, कबीर दास का बहुत प्रसिद्ध दोहा है: जाति ने पूछो साधु की, पूछ लीजिए ज्ञान, मोल करो तलवार का, पड़ी रहने दो म्यान. सो व्हाई डू यू वांट टू से आदमी है, ये औरत है, ये माँ है, ये बाप है? वी ऑल आर सेम, वी ऑल आर पेरेंट्स, एंड हम हर किसी के अंदर सेम जज्बात होते हैं, सेम फीलिंग्स होती हैं. एंड यस, आई एग्री दैट there is more hoo-ha given to a single woman and not so much to a single man. बट आई गेस वी ऑल डू द सेम थिंग्स. आपने मुझे पूछा कि मैं कैसे बैलेंस करता हूँ, मैं वैसे ही बैलेंस करता हूँ जैसे हर कोई बैलेंस करता है, कोई खास बात नहीं है. बट यस, एंड इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल जर्नी. यू नो, जिस जिस तरह से सुबह पहले जब बच्चे छोटे थे तो स्टाफ कम था घर में, अभी स्टाफ ज्यादा बढ़ गया है, बिकॉज काम अच्छा होता है तो अपना सोशल स्टैंडिंग भी बढ़ जाती है. पर जब सोशल स्टैंडिंग इतनी नहीं होती है, लोग कम होते हैं काम करने के लिए, सुबह उठ के ब्रेकफास्ट बनाना, डब्बा बनाना, स्कूल छोड़ना, स्कूल से लाना, एट द सेम टाइम काम करना. आई थिंक मेरे काम के हिसाब से थोड़ा आसान था, क्योंकि माइंड वाज नॉट अ 9 to 5 जॉब. माइंड वाज अ लिटिल मोर फ्लेक्सिबल जॉब. सो बच्चों के स्कूल के हिसाब से मैं अपना टाइम मैनेज कर पाता था. कभी मुश्किल होती थी तो आई कुड आस्क माय फ्रेंड्स टू हेल्प मी जस्ट द वे एनीबॉडी एल्स वुड आस्क फॉर हेल्प. आई वाज द सेम थिंग. तो मैंने कुछ अलग नहीं किया है, मैंने बस वही किया जो सब करते हैं.
But see, Sandeep, as you say, it was not a 9 to 5 corporate job, but being a single parent, I would say there may had been challenges where you had your work commitments. Like as I know you personally, I am aware that you travel a lot. So now your kids are grown up, but definitely there might have been challenges like you have a performance and suppose your kids are not keeping well or something or the other. So how like because you a single parent has to play a
Yes,
role
I agree. That
of
was a
mother
little bit
as
of
well as a
challenge.
father, right?
That was a challenge. That जब I was traveling तो मैं अपने बच्चों को मेरे साथ में लेके जाता हूँ हमेशा. If I'm traveling, I would always take them with me and go, and school bunk करा करके take them, because that was the only option I had. But I mean now, because they have become big, it's a little difficult, so they remain in the house. But earlier I would take them with me everywhere, every show, every country I was traveling to, they were traveling with me. I think उससे उनको भी काफी कुछ सीखने को मिला, बिकॉज ट्रैवल आपको बहुत कुछ सिखाता है जो शायद किताबें ना सिखा पाए आपको. दूसरे कंट्री का कल्चर समझना हो, अगर उसके लोगों को समझना हो, तो बेस्ट वे इज थ्रू द म्यूजिक एंड डांसिंग एंड द फूड. और वही मेरे लाइफ में हमेशा इन्वॉल्व रहा. तो मेरे बच्चे जो हैं उन्होंने सब ने ट्रैवल से बहुत कुछ सीखा है, और दुनिया भर में उनके दोस्त हैं, बिकॉज वी हैव ट्रैवल्ड सो मच. बट यस, इट गेट्स लिटिल डिफिकल्ट, बिकॉज कभी कभी स्टडीज जो है, एग्जाम्स आ जाते हैं बीच में, और फिर आप बच्चों को नहीं ले जा पाते हैं. then of course the only backbone for any single parent are the parents. So I would always ask my mother and my father to come and be with the children. अगर कभी ऐसा हुआ कि वो बीमार है और मुझे ट्रैवल करना पड़ रहा है, तो they have again come and they have helped me. So the saving grace has been my mother and my father, जो हमेशा से रेडी रहे कि अगर तुम कहीं जा रहे हो और तुम बच्चों को नहीं ले आ पाते साथ में, हम आ जाएंगे आपको देखने के लिए. सो आई थिंक सिंगल पेरेंट्स के लिए हमेशा उनके उनके माँ बाप एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट सपोर्ट हो जाते हैं. तो मेरे बच्चों के दादा दादी जो हैं वो उनके लिए बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं. जस्ट द वे दे होल्ड इम्पोर्टेंस फॉर मी, दे होल्ड इम्पोर्टेंस फॉर देम एज वेल.
I think on this Father's Day, you are a role model for your kids, and you should be definitely dedicating this day to your parents as well because they have helped you out in raising your
एब्सोल्युटली,
kids.
एब्सोल्युटली. आई थिंक जो कहते हैं ना, कभी माँ की कमी जो होती है बच्चे की जिंदगी में, आई थिंक माय मदर वाज वेरी वेरी हेल्पफुल इन वो कमी को पूरा करने के लिए. और फादर की कमी जब नहीं होती है, बच्चे को फादर ट्रैवल कर रहा हो, तो माय फादर डिड दैट जॉब ऑफ फादर की कमी. तो आई थिंक ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स का बच्चों की जिंदगी में होना एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाता है, मायने रखता है बहुत सारा. काफी जगह मैंने ऐसी फैमिलीज देखी हैं जो बोलते हैं नाना नानी के पास जाओ, डोंट गो सो, दादा दादी ऐसा होना चाहिए. बट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, एनी ओल्डर पर्सन, कैसे भी वो हो, वो साथ में रहे बच्चों को, तो दे कैन बिकम मोर केयरिंग टुवर्ड्स द ओल्डर जनरेशन एज वेल. तो कहीं पे उनका हाथ होना, सर पे आशीर्वाद होना बहुत जरूरी होता है.
Very, very true. And more than, ऐसा बोला जाता है, कहावत है कि मूल से सूद ज्यादा प्यारा होता है. So grandkids are definitely loved by their grandparents.
बिल्कुल.
But कभी
And they spoil them also, huh? When I come back from my holidays, suddenly everything has changed. और कुछ अभी कुछ सुबह 7 बजे उठने वाला अभी 9 बजे उठ रहा है. There's a big क्या हुआ? तो दादा दादी थे तो सब कुछ change हो गया. But yeah, they spoil also a lot. But I think that is important है. कहीं ना कहीं वो भी important होता है spoil करना.
हाँ, that spoiling, pamperism, at times it is required. But I would also like to know from you, like, see, at times, since you have to travel a lot, at times, was there any challenge for your availability whenever your kids needed you? Because see, initially when you are raising your kids alone, yes, your parents were there, but the whole responsibility was on you. See, once you are set, you have a helping hand and all. But the initial stages, raising up 3 kids was not easy. So, did you face any kind of challenges in your life? जहाँ पे time availability was a major concern, that when your kids needed you, like maybe a quality time, you can say more than the money, the quality time they needed you and you couldn't give, or that was a challenge for you, I would rather say.
Well, if there were important days like sports day, annual day, parent teachers meeting, important days होते हैं in terms of school, I cancelled my work for my children.
Oh wow.
So that was my priority, that if अगर मुझे कोई शो मिलता है उस टाइम पर तो मैं वहाँ शो को मना करूंगा और मेरे बच्चे के एनुअल डे पे जरूर जाऊंगा. It has happened a lot of times. I have not done a show, or I have not traveled somewhere, or I have traveled and come back and again gone back only because I had to attend my child's sports day or annual day, जो भी कुछ है. PTA कभी कभी थोड़ा बहुत, because PTA is just a meeting which normally one can probably take it up other times. So that was quite flexible. But the time when the child was performing somewhere, and especially my son Arjun was very much into sports and all that. So there was sporting events are सारे, I made sure I was there for all of them, and be it cancelling my appointments or cancelling my work or travel, I have done that. And I think it's absolutely fine. One should do it because after all, बच्चे को जब बड़ा होता है उसकी जिंदगी में अलग अलग पड़ाव आते हैं. अगर हम उनके पड़ाव में साथ में ना रहे तो कौन रहेगा? आई थिंक दैट्स द ब्यूटी. अपने बच्चे को छोटा पालना, एज अ स्मॉल बेबी, दूध पिलाना से लेकर के आज वो खाना पाके मुझे खिलाएगा, आई थिंक दैट जर्नी जो होती है उसमें हिस्सा बनना, दैट इज मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल पार्ट ऑफ बीइंग अ पेरेंट. So I did not want to miss any chance of it. So कहीं भी मुझे मौका मिलता था to do anything with my children, I would always do it.
I have heard that you going to for the dance classes and shows with your kids and yes,
Yeah,
your friends.
I have taken my child. ऐसे बेबी का नहीं होता था पैसे बांधने वाला, पहले पीछे या सामने बेबी लगाओ और चले जाओ काम पर. And I think that's, but why not? Because they all love music, they love dancing. Because of that reason, उन्होंने सब तरफ म्यूजिक और डांस देखा है. तो there are times हम लोग कोरियोग्राफी करते थे, मुझे कोरियोग्राफी कैसी लगी तुम्हें? Yeah, this is okay. पिछली कोरियोग्राफी was better, so they have better things to also say. So I think कहीं ना कहीं बच्चे जो होते हैं हमको अपने काम में भी हेल्प कर लेते हैं, and अगर हम उनको अपना हिस्सा बनाए तो. So क्लासेस में मैं लेके गया हूँ, शोज पे लेके गया हूँ. I have told my child कि आप बैठो, मैं डांस करके आता हूँ, and they have quietly sat and watched the father perform on stage. So I think it's a way to understand and to appreciate art and music also. लोग अपने बच्चों को स्पेशली ले जाते हैं म्यूजिक डांस प्रोग्राम के लिए कि भाई उनको कुछ सीखने को मिले. यहाँ पे मेरे बच्चे उसी के पीछे पले बड़े हैं तो उनको ऑलरेडी आसान हो जाता है सीखना. सो आई थिंक कहीं ना कहीं पर फायदा भी है इसका. बट यस, एक बात मैं डेफिनेटली मानूंगा कि बिकॉज ऑफ एक्सटेंसिव ट्रैवल, जो दे ट्रैवल्ड विद मी, काफी स्कूल मिस हुआ उनका. बट आई थिंक दैट्स एब्सोल्युटली फाइन बिकॉज हमने घर में पढ़ाई की, and today they are scoring very good marks. So I think it's not school, I think, is very important, but it's not the most important thing in life. I think family bonding, साथ में रहना, साथ में सीखना, behavior सीखना, humanity सीखना, doing charity work. They have gone for so many charity events with me. travel करना, उससे इंसान बहुत कुछ सीखता है.
So do you think, like, being a single parent, the bonding between you and your kids वो कहीं हद तक काफी regular जैसे होता है, usually क्या होता है, dads they are working and mothers they take care of the kids.
Right.
So when you have done both the part soul-handedly, so do you think that the bonding is much more than what would have been the otherwise?
Absolutely, I think because both जो दोनों roles हैं वो play करना पड़ता है. I still remember one of the incidences when one of my sons, he had Mother's Day in school, and he was very small. So he asked me that today is Mother's Day, like there's going to be Mother's Day happening. So what do I do now? So who should I take with me? So I said, what does mother do? Mother खाना खिलाती है, कपड़े बदलाती है, नहलाती है. Okay. So ऐसे तो वो कौन करता है तुम्हारे लिए? आप करते हो. तो ऐसे मुझे ले जाओ फिर. नहीं पर आप तो मदर नहीं, आप तो फादर हो. ऐसे तुमने बोला काम तो जो करना है वो होगा ना. तो he said okay. ऐसा आप तुम सोचो और तुम्हें लगता है कि you want to take me, I'm coming. Otherwise you can take Dadi and go. So Dadi is Dadi. Dadi is not mother. So okay, now you decide. Either you go alone or you go with me. Like you just have a couple of options with you. Then शाम को मुझे बोला कल सुबह we'll go together for Mother's Day. I said fine. So I went there for Mother's Day. I was the only mother amongst all the mothers. But I think the child also understands and realizes कि किस तरह से उसको अपनी लाइफ को एक्सेप्ट करना है और उस एक्सेप्टेंस में खुश होकर के जीना है. क्योंकि आपको जिंदगी में हर कुछ नहीं मिलता. कभी कभी you are lucky enough if you have both, but if you don't have both, whatever you have, you must make the best use of what you have. अपने नहीं है उस पर रोने से अच्छा जो है उसको आपको खुशी होनी चाहिए उसमें ज्यादा. वो सीखने को मिलता है मेरे ख्याल से एक सिंगल बच्चे को, बिकॉज दैट्स आल्सो बिग लाइफ लेसन.
True, very, very true. And I always feel that it's upon us. How do we take it? If as a single parent, if we take it as a burden, तो वो हम बच्चों पे भी पास करेंगे. But if we are accepting it and we are doing it with our whole heart and soul, it gets transferred to the kid as well. And I could see the bonding with what you share with your kids. Now, Sandeep, two queries came into my mind just while talking to you. One is since the kind of profession you are, you could carry your kids. Now imagine that since it's a Father's Day, so let us talk and discuss a broader concept. Like suppose if a single father and in a 9 to 5 corporate job, how things would have been difficult or how he would have managed.
It would have been definitely difficult, because then what happens is you have to go to the creche and बच्चे को creche में रखो, or you have to have some special nanny who will take care, or maybe like how people do leave their children to their parents' house and then they go to work. ऐसा होता है जिस तरह से normal अगर 9 to 5 job वाले कोई हो, I would have probably have to do that. But thank God a dancing profession ऐसा है कि we can take liberties. People just say dancer तो चलता है.
You were blessed to have this profession.
Absolutely I was, and I am still blessed that I can do exactly what I want to do, and it just kind of goes away with my profession. So कहीं ना कहीं मुझे आसान हुआ इस बात में, क्योंकि हर जगह में I have gone for corporate meetings where I have to discuss corporate shows and corporate events with my बच्चा in my hand and with the दूध का bottle and diaper and nappies, and I've said कि I'm sorry, I've come another option. So they have no problem, आइए बैठिए. So it has been quite okay. And I think it's absolutely fine जहाँ तक किसी को कोई problem ना हो. I think it's okay. And I think everybody understands after some time that बच्चा है, अकेला है, बीमार है, तो कोई क्या करेगा? One has to do, some option has to be there. And people have been supportive, so I think don't think there's any problem at all.
So again, when you are saying this, I have something to ask that, as you said, people they do understand, yeah. But अगर देखा जाए तो कहीं ना कहीं mothers का growth, if the same thing what you are doing, people they are trying to understand, but mother's growth will stop. It gets hampered, saying कि अरे वो तो बच्चा carry कर रही है, diaper carry कर रही है, bottle, तो what will she give back to the society, or how much productive work? So how much do you agree to it that it happens?
No, I don't agree to it. I think, in fact, a woman who's alone, I think, or a man who's alone always comes across to be much stronger, because everything they have to do on their own, from providing to taking care. Everything is on one person. So I think that person is a lot more responsible. आप उन पे, you can bank on them for things because you understand that they are taking care of every possible aspect. So if a woman walks into an office today with diapers and a दूध का bottle, I think the respect increases furthermore. इतना सब करने के बाद भी ये कर रही है साथ में और ये कर रहा है साथ में. So I think I would definitely, if I have to choose somebody, I would definitely choose somebody who's single because that gives them to be a lot more dependable on anything.
So it is the approach of the people, but एक जो mindset होता है वो थोड़ा सा change हो जाता है when it comes to males, fathers, the acceptance is more, because you will never hear any father saying that I'm a single father or a single dad.
No, Rachna ji, actually I don't agree because when I would say I'm alone, and अरे alone, कोई घर में मदद के लिए नहीं है, कोई लेडी नहीं है, कोई नौकर नहीं है, कोई ये नहीं है, कोई माँ बाप नहीं है. Like it was more of a shocking thing for a lot of people initially than to when a woman comes single. Yeah, the accepted, okay, possible she's single because maybe she's divorced or whatever, so she's single. But for a man to be single and having a baby, like really, like it's that was
Yeah,
in fact looked at more with shak ki nazar ki is everything okay?
shocking for the people. See, shocking for the people, other people, but usually, see, as you rightly mentioned, whether it be a male or a female, like see, we females or male, a single parent, I would rather say, whether it be mom or dad, they are much more responsible and much more stronger because they are raising the kids, they are they have to manage their finance, they have to manage their home, everything they have to do single-handedly. So they are much more stronger. But I'm not talking about the society. I'm talking about an individual. We have never heard a father saying, I'm a single father, if at any platform also. But if any women entrepreneurs platform, you see any female talking, the first statement what she mentions is, I'm a single mom. When you're a single mom, you're already strong enough to handle. Then why that mindset is there that they require sympathy? Anything you would like to
I think you should ask. I think you should ask single moms about it.
I hate this word. When people, they are so strong to manage everything. Like how sportingly you are saying, ki I never. Yes, you had challenges, but you accepted everything in a positive way. The same way, most of the females or males, single parent, they handle things in a very smart and matured way, and they are much more stronger. Then why this sympathy is there? I always fail to understand. And your story, raising up 3 kids single-handedly, was.
I think I feel that when you're single, you just have the best of all the everything because you father is yours, mother is yours, everything is yours. You have the cake and you eat it too. You have no one to share it with. I think it's a beautiful relationship. Yes, it's difficult sometimes to because it's child when you have both mother and father. You know how to play one against the other and get your work going, okay? But here, when you're alone as a child, it's a little tough because if one person says no for something, there's no one to kind of get the attitude changed. But for the child, maybe it must be different. But as a parent, I think it's beautiful because everything of the child is with you,
So,
and it's a wonderful feeling.
so any message you would like to give to the father, especially because we always hear when we talk about any celebrations, we always hear about Women's Day celebration, we hear about Mother's Day celebration, and XYZ celebrations, right? But hardly we hear today also on all social media, people they are celebrating Yoga Day, but hardly any platform I heard people celebrating the Father's Day. And fathers are said to be unsung heroes. They have an equal role to play in it. Or as initially I mentioned that rotiya pakati maa hai, lekin kamane wale. So even if both the parents are there, so fathers also have a major role to play in bringing up the child, whether it be financially or whatever. So any role on this Father's Day, any message you would like to give to the society, to all the fathers, whether be single or in couple, like so.
Well,
because
the
your
only
message
message
will
I
have
think I
lot
would
of
like to
weightage on
give,
us.
only message I think I would like to give anybody is it to always watch your child grow. You know, from a little boy, from little baby to when they start walking, when they start speaking, when they start eating on their own. There are times when we have to feed them, then they start eating on their own, to going to the school, first day of school, first day of primary school, first day of secondary school, sports day, whatever, college, graduation. ये जो बच्चा बड़ा होता है ना, उसका एक एक जिंदगी का जो लेवल होते हैं, उसमें उनका हिस्सा बनना, उनके साथ में रहना, जुड़ना, उनको सहारा देना, सपोर्ट देना, एनकरेजमेंट देना, आई थिंक दे आर इट्स द बिगेस्ट प्लेजर ऑफ योर लाइफ. कोई भी नेशनल अवार्ड मैंने जीते हो, जो भी कुछ मैंने जीता हो, उसके कोई मायने नहीं है अगर ये मैं मिस आउट कर जाऊं तो. सो बच्चों के साथ में उनके हर एक पड़ाव में साथ में रहना, आई थिंक दैट्स द बिगेस्ट अवार्ड, दैट्स द बिगेस्ट रिवॉर्ड यू कैन गिव योर ओन सेल्फ. अगर आप मुझे बोले कि मैं एक अवार्ड सेरेमनी जाके अवार्ड कलेक्ट करूं, या फिर मैं मेरे बेटे के स्पोर्ट्स डे पे जाऊं, आई वुड गो फॉर माय सन स्पोर्ट्स डे. आई थिंक दैट इज द बिगर अवार्ड फॉर मी देन एनी अदर अवार्ड्स. सो हर कोई पेरेंट जो होता है, आई थिंक वी मस्ट रिमेंबर दैट हमारा हम काम किस लिए करते हैं, हम पैसा किस लिए कमाते हैं, इन्हीं के लिए कमाते हैं. अगर उन्हीं के साथ हम लोग नहीं जुड़ पाएंगे, नहीं रह पाएंगे, तो उस काम का क्या फायदा, उस बड़े घर का क्या फायदा, बड़ी कार का क्या फायदा, क्योंकि फाइनली तो हम सबको छोड़ के जाना है उन्हीं लोगों के लिए. तो लेट्स जस्ट बी अ पार्ट ऑफ देयर लाइफ इन एवरी मोमेंट. आई स्टिल रिमेंबर माय सन sitting in the bathroom, and I was outside, he was sitting on the potty, and for the first time he said, papa ho gaya. I that those words are still ringing in my mind. So that papa ho gaya was, I till today tease him. I said, when he goes to the bathroom, are you going to shout Papa ho gaya? He says, I'm not anymore. But that Papa ho gaya, things which they say, I think these are small things which remain with us forever. यही तो जिंदगी की खूबसूरती है. अगर हम इसको छोड़ छाड़ के काम में निकल जाएं, यहाँ ऑफिस में निकल जाएं और ये छोड़ जाएं पीछे पापा हो गया, then पापा हो गया might be a small word, but उसका वजन कितना है जिंदगी में, आज तक वो मेरे साथ चल रहा है. तो ये चीज जो है हमें साथ में रखनी चाहिए, इनके साथ जीना चाहिए, बिकॉज यही हमको आगे बढ़ाती है, खुशियां लाती है, और इसी से हमको, like we said, our soul gets touched only because of this. No promotion will matter, no office will matter, no big cars, no award, no rewards. But this, when the child comes and says, thank you, Papa, that's the biggest reward ever you can get.
But in today's generation, if you feel, that is the most lacking thing. Parents, they have money to give the best of gadgets, best of car, but the quality time which you had given to your kids, these days, if we see that is missing. जो आप बोल रहे हो ना कि see, your kids are grown up now, but
Yeah.
but the first time when he said, that is still in your heart, in your mind, in your soul. And I'm sure you can exactly remember the date, time too.
Yeah.
So these are the memories which is always there. So anything else, any other message you would like to give about your classes, about your dance performance, anything
No, I
you
think I would like to give one more message to the parents, because I have dance classes and I have my dance sessions going on so many different schools and different places. I have seen कि parents आकर के अपनी इच्छाएं, अपनी महत्वाकांक्षाएं बच्चों पर डाल देते हैं. मेरे बच्चे को डांसर बना दो सर. But is the child interested? Is the question. So allow your child to grow. Allow your child to, embrace whatever they want to embrace, rather than you putting your own ichai on top of them. So your desires are lesser. What's important is recognize their desire and try to fulfill their desires. वो जमाना गया जब हम लोगों को पेरेंट्स फोर्स करते थे, डू व्हाट वी वांट टू डू. अभी आजकल का जमाना अलग है. वी नीड टू अलाउ आवर चिल्ड्रन टू फ्लरिश. शायद उसमें डांस की जज्बा ना हो, शायद उसमें स्पोर्ट्स का जज्बा हो, शायद उसमें म्यूजिक का जज्बा हो, शायद उसमें एक्टिंग का जज्बा हो, शायद उसमें कुछ और कुछ खासियत हो, बच्चे में साइंस का हो, मैथ्स का हो. हमको उसको recognize करना है. हमारी टीचर्स जो है हमको हेल्प करेंगे रिकग्नाइज करने के लिए. सो पे अटेंशन टू व्हाट द टीचर्स आर टेलिंग फॉर योर चाइल्ड. एंड that's why school is important, because school allows you to decide and understand what's happening. तो कहीं ना कहीं पे ये चीजें हम लोग भूल जाते हैं. अब मेरा डॉक्टर का बेटा डॉक्टर ही बनेगा, मेरे बच्चे जो हैं वो डांसर नहीं बनना चाहते हैं. Why should I be behind them that you should become a dancer? I have this big legacy of dance school going on. We have branches all over the country. We have branches all over the world. You must look after them. No, not necessary. If they don't want to be, they don't have to be. So we must allow our children to grow in their own individual rights and not force our decisions on top of them, which I think a lot of parents do. रियलिटी शोज में देखता हूँ मैं, काफी पेरेंट्स ऐसे होते हैं जो आ जाते हैं बाय सेइंग मेरे बच्चे को डांस शो में लाओ, शो में लाओ, शो में लाओ. मे बी द चाइल्ड डजंट हैव द कैपेबिलिटी, बट इतना फोर्स होता है बच्चों को. आई थिंक दीज आर थिंग्स पेरेंट्स शुड अंडरस्टैंड.
And that is when you spend quality time with your kids, then only you can know what your
Absolutely.
child wants. So
आई थिंक घर में रूल बनने चाहिए, जिस तरह स्कूल में रूल्स होते हैं, टाइम टेबल होता है, इस तरह घर में भी टाइम टेबल होना चाहिए. कब आपका खाने का टाइम है, कब आपके साथ बैठने का टाइम है. हम लोग काफी बार अपने ऑफिस को घर में ले आते हैं, which is fine, you can do that. Okay, sometimes it's important, but you must understand that घर पे आने के बाद में घर का समय भी अलग होता है. जिस तरह से आप घर को ऑफिस में नहीं ले जाते, उस तरह से ऑफिस को घर में नहीं लाना चाहिए आपको. So balancing जो है, it is difficult, but we have to balance. Life is about learning. Life is about balancing. So टेबल पे फोन्स ना हो. आजकल लैपटॉप्स, कंप्यूटर्स, फोन्स, इतने डिस्ट्रैक्शन हो गया है, टीवी हो गया, आजकल इतना सब कुछ आ गया है कि कहीं ना कहीं पे हमारा खुद का फैमिली टाइम जो है वो इट गेट्स ईटन अप. तो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि हम लोग रूल्स बनाएं और साथ में वो रूल्स सब लोग फॉलो करें. लाइक हमारे घर में रूल है, नो मोबाइल फोन्स एट द टेबल. आपको फोन रखना है साइड पे और आप टेबल पे आइए, बैठिए, आधा घंटा खाना खाइए, बातचीत करिए, जो भी है. फोन बजता है बजने दीजिए, बाद में जाकर के उसको पिकअप किया जा सकता है. इतना कोई कोई मरने वाला नहीं है आधे घंटे में. और मर भी गया तो यू कांट डू एनीथिंग अबाउट इट. सो आई गेस सो these are rules which we have to make, you know, and we have to follow them. अगर मैंने रूल बनाया, खुद टेबल पे बैठ गया फोन लेकर, then that's not what's happening. And I think parents must understand these things. तो हमारे घर के रूल्स हैं, probably because my father was in the army, तो हमारे पास ज्यादा रूल्स थे हमारे आर्मी के. But we have this rule, and I think these every house should have some rules, and that's what makes the family come together. Rules of bonding, rules of cooking together, rules of going out for a event together, rules of partying together, picnicking together, जो भी है, holidays together. कुछ ना कुछ तो होना चाहिए as family rule, ताकि आप साथ में जुड़े, बंधे और अलग ना हो जाए.
very true. And the best way is कि वाईफाई बंद कर दो, सब डिनर टेबल पे विदाउट फोन अपने आप ही पहुंच
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
So it was very nice talking to you, Sandip, on
Thank
this
you, ma'am.
Father's Day. And Sandip, let me tell you, any man can become a father, but it takes someone special like you to be a dad, because
Oh, sweet.
father stands for fantastic, awesome, terrific, honest, excellent, and a remarkable person. And being a close friend of yours, you had each and every quality. When on a one-to-one conversation I spoke to you, I found this acrostic words for, especially for you, I had found it. And
Oh, sweet.
fathers also, and to the audience, to our guests, I would like to say fathers have hearts too. They need to cry too. They have a silent soul that never showcases their inner pain. I'm sure, being a father, you must have also had many such pains which you have not showed it, not even to your parents. So let's applaud Dr. Sandip Soparrkar, and to each and every father, and clap for each and every sacrifice. Because behind every super achiever child, there is a father behind it. And behind every woman diva also, there is an amazing dad who have always treated her like a princess. So with this, Sandeep, I would, on this Father's Day, I would once again like to congratulate you. And in spite of being in US, giving us time today for this one-to-one discussion, what can be better than this? And we all all our GF Global Educators Fraternity members, team members, on behalf of that, we once again wish you a very, very, very happy Father's Day, and I'm sure your kids are going to love this conversation. They don't need all this, but I'm sure you are one of the best dad, without any complaints, without any regrets. You have raised them so beautifully. So you are a role model for all the fathers. So we would like to circulate your message as much as possible. And thank you for being with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Now,
Bye.
now 3 words. Before we wind up finally, just 3 words. You have 3 kids, right? So 1 word each for one child. 3 words to describe your 3 kids.
Well, I think, my God, it's quite tough to explain 1 word. My eldest one, I think I would say, is absolutely loving and caring. The eldest one. My middle one is superbly focused and determined. And my third one, he's still kind of young. He's about 10. But I would say he's just like me. He's very friendly and very, very, very approachable, and is just masti dhamal kind of a boy. So they all have 3 different qualities. And I think that's beautiful to see in them.
So they have all picked up a bit of yours. Like all these 3 words is a combination of Dr. Sandip Soparrkar, what I can say.
Thank you so much. It's lovely being on your show, ma'am. And I hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much, Sandeep, for being here at Rapid Talks with Rachnaa. It started back after a year again. And once again, we will invite you with a
Pakka.
different topic where we would like to know more about your profession.
Looking forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
1 second.